أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and they may save. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. I give thanks and I say unto your name, King of kings and Lord of lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, Amasa Yahuda Amasa Negusto Negusto Daniel Ama Komaya Sataya Aimana Pio Aya Kulu Wallahu Ahad Allahu Samad Lam Yalid Walam Yulat Walam Yakullahu Kufuwan Ahad. Yes, where twos and threes meeting at the name of the Most High Jah at Desto Jaja De. If Jaja never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and they may save. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Now, my brother and sister, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And every time this black pot rests on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. And anytime this something sumptuous is cooking, so many people gather around the pot. And it's time to enjoy the sumptuousness of the African cooking. Oh, my brother, my sister, this is the black pot where we speak truth to power. We normally would not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only criticize to build and not to destroy. Yes, we are in the service of God and country. And remember, it's all about our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, and my name, Blakk Rasta. Now let's begin with this thing. And I have entitled this one, My Loyalty to Nana ADDO Blinded Me. And these are the utterances of a former Minister of Energy. His name is Agyarko'S. My brother, my sister, now we all remember Boakye Agyarko'S, right? He came around very strongly. We all remember how he became the Minister of Energy and the controversies around him. That is his photograph right there. Now, when he became the Minister of Energy, many were those who said with his voluminous body, he was going to make sure that all the energy trapped within him will come out, and we would all feel that in our homes in terms of electricity. My brother, my sister, but he failed us. We all remember the issue of Ameri and how investigations went on and how the Nana Akufo-Addo government found him embarrassing and decided to kick him out, all because of that controversy. Now, in a letter to Boakye Agyarko'S, the president said, I wish you all the best in future endeavors as you leave this office of the Minister of Energy. Well, my brother, my sister, after that time, he's been quite quiet. Now, for some time now, he's been talking. And the last time we heard him speak was that he was ready to be investigated and that he did nothing wrong whilst he was in office. But only yesterday he spoke again. And this time around, watch what he said. My loyalty to Akufo-Addo blinded me to a lot of things. Now there are a lot of headlines coming out. Boakye Agyarko'S, the former Minister of Energy, says that the Nana Akufo-Addo government is not honest. And that he was only blinded because he wanted to see the Nana Akufo-Addo government prosper, in fact, and meet the demands of Ghanaians. As to whether this is true or false, it's left to you to decide. But listen to this. When I hear people like Boakye Agyarko'S speak, I just feel like it's sour grapes. Let's be very honest. This was a man who was in power. He touted the energies and the prowess of the great Nana Akufo-Addo. He was the one who went around telling everybody that the government was going to make it. At a point when all of us had lost hope in Nana Akufo-Addo, this man said he was going to succeed and that everything was working well. All of a sudden, he was caught in this very terrible controversy of corruption. And Nana Akufo-Addo decided to send him home. My brother, my sister, and the loyalty has suddenly fizzled into thin air. He says, even if Nana Akufo-Addo decides to give me another employment, I am going to refuse it because I no longer have any loyalty to Nana Akufo-Addo. Is it a case of sour grapes? Now, Boakye Agyarko says he wants to be president. Who is going to vote you president? You think we are idiots in this country? Boakye Agyarko, when everything was nice and you guys were in there enjoying, you didn't see anything wrong with the corrupt Nana Akufo-Addo government. Now you were caught in a very controversial, corrupt deal. Now you are saying that your hands are clean and that the Nana Akufo-Addo government is actually corrupt and dishonest. But because of your loyalty, you were blinded. Now I put it to you that you are not a patriot. Even though your party is the National Patriotic Party. Now I put it to you that your loyalty is to individuals and not the whole country. My brother, my sister, how can a minister of state be in power and his loyalty is to the president? His loyalty is not to the people of Ghana. His loyalty is not to the nation. His loyalty is to one man, and that's the president. If the president goes down, then it means that his loyalty goes down. Now, because of sour grapes, this man has come back to tell us, oh, blah, 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 boom, 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 boom. Nana Akufo-Addo is dishonest. Yes, Nana Akufo-Addo is dishonest, but we don't need to hear that from you. We are happy that you have mentioned it, but at the same time, we believe that it is a case of sour grapes. And to make it worse, come along. Hear me. Now, to make it worse, my brethren, this man is saying something else. He says his father advised him from when he was growing up that anytime you land an employment, move along with your resignation letter. Put it in your bag. Be ready to leave. Be ready to resign and leave when things are not going well. Well, I love you. I love your father, but your father did not give you a wise piece of advice. How could you say that? How could your father tell you that when you get into unemployment, then you must walk along with your resignation letter? That's not a wise piece of advice. Hey, listen to me. Now, when you go into unemployment, first and foremost, don't go into it unless you are 100% sure that your loyalty is assured. When you go into it and the going gets tough, that is when you have to be tough enough to get the going good. Am I making sense? Now, when you get into a company, you must be sure that your loyalty is 100%. That's number one. Never accept any employment unless you are ready to give up your very best. Remember, I said very best. Now, when you go into it, don't expect that there will not be challenges. When there are challenges, you have to stand tough and be able to mitigate these challenges so that the road will be smooth. That's why they put you in there. They did not put you in there to resign when challenges come. You were not put in there to run away from problems. You were put in there to face the problem like the bull. So if your father told you, walk anytime you go to your next employment with a resignation letter. I don't know where your father is, but he didn't give you a wise piece of advice. Unfortunately, my brother, my sister, that is what is killing us in this country. We go into employments and our mind is that we are going to have a jolly ride. So when the ride becomes a little bumpy, we have our resignation letter in the bag, we give it out and we walk away. That is why I have a problem with this dual citizenship thing. My brother, my sister, now dual citizenship is almost like that resignation letter. When one country becomes a little bumpy, then you are the citizen of another. When the other one gets bumpy, you return to this one. Where is your loyalty? What are you doing to make the country stand firm? After all, you have options, right? My brother, my sister, Boakye Agyarko, I would have saluted you for being honest, but I am not going to salute you because I think that it is a case of sour grapes. Not even a cockroach will vote you for president in this country. You have failed, and I think that you should go around and try to do your own. Let your work show and not the talk. Talk is cheap. Let us see that from your handiworks, and from that we'll be able to sit back and say, oh, the man is a changed man. Now, many people have asked him, come along. Many people have asked him, why did you not resign at the time that you were with the president and as a minister? He said, oh, he was blinded because of loyalty. What is that loyalty? Loyalty to a man or loyalty to the country? My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, Agyarko'S is crying wolf, 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 wolf. And those of us who are smart will not listen to him. He's only making noise out of sour grapes, and we are going to relegate you to the background where you belong. Dash it away. Let us look at the next thing. Now, my brother, my sister, the next thing I want to look at is what is entitled Ghana, Nation of Laziness and Miracles. Early this morning, I saw a headline that broke my heart. And this is the headline. Watch it. 13-year-old boy arrested over money rituals. And when you read the story, it says a 13-year-old boy is currently in the custody of the police of Achimbunso in the Fantiakwa North District of the Eastern Region for an attempt to do what? Seek money rituals at a shrine. Now, when you read the story further, it says that the 13-year-old went to a shrine called India Power. He went there and he had almost everything ready for the rituals so he could make money. 13-year-old, what do you need money for? What do you need money for? But when you read the story further, you realize that there is more to it than just a 13-year-old running for help. This is a 13-year-old who has lost his father, lost his mother. He is a total orphan and is walking around without any help from family. He sleeps on the streets. He doesn't have food to eat. Water is a problem to him. He's been begging on the streets. And interestingly, he even attends a school, and we want to hold the name of the school back and even his own name, because this is a minor. How did he get to the Power India Shrine? India Power Shrine. He watched it on TV and he saw India Power talking about how he could make people rich. Now, our TV stations are not making money anymore. Radio stations are not making any money more. It's ritualists, fake pastors, fake malams who are all over the media in Ghana. My brother, my sister, the economy is so down that well-meaning Ghanaians are no longer advertising. Their businesses have collapsed. So now it's all about fakery. It's all about deception and lies. Almost all the TV stations and radio stations in Ghana advertise fake pastors who sell oils, water, and so many different things, including stickers, to unsuspecting people. These are the people who are preaching on the radio and, of course, the total media space in Ghana. So little 13-year-old boy watches India Power and decides that it is time to be rich so I can take care of myself. I'm going to school in torn uniforms, sometimes even barefooted. It's time to make that easy money. And 13-year-old boy traveled all the way, several miles away from his home, and is able to find India Power Shrine, where he decides that it is time to be rich. My brother, my sister, remember only last week, a father took his own daughter to a ritualist to kill and sacrifice so he would make money. Now, the supposed father came all the way from abroad, and according to him, he had 12 children, so he could do away with one and then make money. After all, things were difficult. My brother, my sister, if a country all of a sudden falls on miracles, you should understand that it is a lazy country. Remember how the Israelites stayed for several years on the desert. What were they eating? Manna. Manna life is the kind of life that Ghanaians are living right now. Lazy life. No diversity. No spicing. What the Israelites did was to wake up at a certain day and time, and manna will rain from the heavens. One-way food all their lives, until they became tired of eating one-way food and went to God to ask God of the Bible for a different variety of food. After all, they were tired. And then what happened? When you read the Bible, it tells you that now chicken was also served them. But even with that, there were conditions. My brother, my sister, you would just have to eat there and leave the rest without carrying it into your home, or else it will turn into worms. Why am I bringing the Bible story in there? These are the times we are all waiting for. When people are no longer working, they are lazy, they sleep all day and wake up and look into the sky, looking for that pie, and then the cow jumping over the full moon, the dish running away with the spoon, so that they will sit back and some food will rain like manna in the days of the Israelites and Moses, so they could eat for free. In Ghana, in fact, our dictionary here has success coming before work. Everybody is ready to be lazy. Nobody is ready to work, because that is what the youth are hearing on TV and radio. Betting houses are all over the place. People are running into bet houses, betting their lives away. Even students are using their school fees to bet their lives away. When people lose interest in the system, this is what happens. It might be a case of a 13-year-old, but if you are smart and look deeper, you will realize that there is more that meets the eye. My brother, my sister, for the 13-year-old boy, I'm not going to chastise you because you are a minor, but it tells us the times that we are living in. These are the signs of the time. And it means that our country has become worse. What is the system in place for orphans in this country? What are the systems in place for the poor in this country? Is it a cathedral? What are the systems put in place to deal with people who are less privileged? Should we all die because we cannot attend hospitals? Insurance is no more working. Fuel prices are skyrocketing. The big minister and the politicians who we voted into power to serve us are lording it over us. And we are those who are serving them now. They are our masters and we are their servants. It has turned around. The tables have turned. When they wanted power, they told us they would serve us. Now we voted them into power and we are those serving them. When they are sick, they can afford to fly all over the world and talk to the best doctors. But when we are sick, even a bed to lie on in our hospitals, we can't find. And when unfortunately we die, that will not even be the end. Our corpses rot because the morgues are so bad. Yes, the morgue. Go to the morgue at Kolebu. Worms are running all over the place because corpses are getting rotten. May I never die in Kolebu if I will die at all. My brother, my sister, this is the sad situation about the country that we are living in. Our youth are being turned into miraculous beings. They don't see reality anymore. All they see is the manna life of the Israelites. Lazy life. One-way life. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, I pray for a better nation, and I would like to talk to the youth. There's nothing like miracles. A miracle only exists when you have worked hard and you are prepared for anything. So things that you don't expect, when they reach you, you conquer them, all because you are prepared for them, not because of any miracle. My brother, my sister, preparedness is what we need right now. And if you are not prepared, success would always elude you. What are the systems in place to check all these people who are preaching on radio and TV? Fake malams and fake pastors, fake prophets, fake lotto doctors, fake prostitutes all over the place. Everything is faked. What kind of a system is this? My brother, my sister, can we produce a system that is good enough to protect our own youth? It's time to protect our youth in the interim. Follow me. Come along. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And have you forgotten that they say heaven helps those who help themselves? Have you forgotten that it is always impossible until somebody makes it possible by making the impossible possible? If it is not done, it will always remain impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela has a quote for us. This is the Black Pot. Woyo! Woyo! This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushono. May his body, mind, and soul rest in perfect peace. Nelson Mandela. He did some great things for his people. Yes, he might not have satisfied everybody, but I think he was a nationalist. He did what he could do. My brother, my sister, now still talking about some of these wonderful things and miraculous things happening in our country. The next thing I want to look at is entitled National Cathedral, Private Ownership. Hey, before this man became president, Nana Akufo-Addo, he went on his knees and prayed to God and said, God, if you make me president, I am going to build a huge house of worship for you. My brother, my sister, he traveled all the way to Israel, knelt down right there in front of the Wailing Wall and cried to God, please make me president. And if you make me president, I will build a huge house of worship for you, bigger than this place. We never knew because he prayed alone. And God doesn't reveal people's secret talks to him. But when he became president, he revealed it to us. Come along, come along. He revealed it to us. And what did he say? He said this was what he told God. So he was now going to build a house for God. But he went ahead to say, we are not going to use the taxpayers' money. Because I made a personal promise, we would use our own money. Because Ghanaians have started making noise. This is a personal promise to God. You cannot use the taxpayers' money. But, a long story cut short, they said the budget was 100 million American dollars needed to build this huge cathedral. 100 million American dollars. As it stands right now, they kept reviewing and revising the budget. Now it stands at 350 million American dollars. And this design alone and the supervision of the work here has already cost us close to 30 million American dollars. And this they paid to one man. And that is one Sir David Agyarko, a British Ghanaian citizen. Those people who confuse themselves with dual citizenship. The hypocrites who say, oh, they are part of this country and part of this country by way of citizenship. You know, I don't support dual citizenship. My brother, my sister, the guys with dual citizenship are the cause, a major cause of the confusion in our country. They come and set the country ablaze and run to the country that they are of. If we all were going to stay in this fire, we will find a way to douse the fire. True or false? This is my principle. Sir David Agyarko is a very renowned architect, and he designed this. But the money is signing from his own so-called co-citizenship country. Mr. President told us only last week that this is not going to be a private property. It is a national cathedral and belongs to the nation. Because one, the land that this cathedral is going to be built on was land that belonged to judges and some diplomats. My brother, my sister, to the nation. He took it Interestingly, it looks like documents coming up say a different thing. Watch this. Akufo-Addo's private cathedral drowning in sea of naked lies. And this is Ablakwa. Why would Ablakwa say this? Now, this is Ablakwa, and he is an MP. He was a minister some time ago. He served in several ministerial positions, at least education, and then something. My brother, my sister, he's been revealing a lot of things about this corrupt government. Look at this document. And this document was taken from the Registrar General. And the cathedral has been registered right there, allegedly, as a private property of Nana Akufo-Addo and his corrupt ilk in government. Watch. My brother, my sister. So this cathedral, by this document, is not but a private document of Nana Akufo-Addo and his people. Yet they expect us to pay for the building of the cathedral. In fact, they lied to Duncan Williams, deceived him, and turned him around like a puppet to go around shouting and speaking in tongues for the building of the cathedral. Everywhere you see this man is Papa Cathedral, Papa Cathedral. When Pastor Mensa Otabil realized that they were trying to turn him around and puppet him around, he ran away from it in broad daylight like a frog running away from a snake. Many more pastors are now going to run away from this. The so-called holy men of God who supported this are all of a sudden running away from this demonic cathedral. You know why? Because they have realized that this cathedral is going to be built on a foundation of lies, deceit, treachery, and unholiness. As it stands right now, my brother, my sister, this cathedral that is supposed to be serving God. Kweku Bonsam. We all know Kweku Bonsam, right? He's supposed to be a fetish in quotes, fetish priest in Ghana. Many people don't like him. Many people say he's a liar. Others say, oh, he's just interesting to listen to. Apart from that, nothing more. Kweku Bonsam said only yesterday, hey, when all the people of Ghana die, who is going to sit in that cathedral? Why is Kweku Bonsam thinking like that? There are no hospitals. Corpses are getting rotten in hospitals. When flood waters come, our hospitals are flooding, swimming on top of the flood waters. Now, when we all die because of your carelessness and lack of priorities, who will sit in that cathedral? It's like my Ivorian reggae artist who said, hey, when you kill everybody, you politicians, we will be happy to die, but you will be president over animals and trees. That cathedral, before you finish building it, we all would have died. Bring goats and sheep into your ark and fly them on your flood waters like Noah. Take them to another land and start a new life. We are ready to die. Hey, Prophet Kofi Oduro, tie, we are ready. He said this cathedral is being built on a foundation of lies and what? Deceit. Oh, you are. You see? This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shonomo, where we speak truth to power. In the interim, remember we normally don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only criticize to build and not to destroy. We are live on Pan-African TV, live on Loud Silence TV, live on Ghana Web TV, and we are also live on our own TV, Blakk Empire TV. We are also live on our channel on YouTube, Blakk Empire Media, and our Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Whoa!
Luxury home, it's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. We do nail training here, we do braids training, we do wave caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
Sorry. Oh, Doc. Yes, I want Doc. I want to know why you did. We must why she. I've said to Anton, Yama. No, say the young kukru. So your stomach was said the young. Heartburn, so I be count. And then crying. Meaning said if you be forcing I don't know.
Test results natural say when you malaria when the moji.
Yeah, 3D.
Yes, malaria. Nani yem no so we no here. Tinatet tomac and a tinatet malake. Famano nano ho betono.
Malake, anything I take to Mac. I'm on my free.
Tinatet Malake, Eyama Ubia Wenya malaria fever, and a Tinatet Tomac mixture, Eyama Ubia Wenya indigestion. Yen Shishemomus Wenya malaria and San Wafa Edri. Not recommended for children below 12 years. Pregnant or lactating mothers should consult a doctor.
First of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer. I am an author. I am a songwriter. I am a poetess, and I am an actress. Right? I do the whole. I've been doing it for many years, and so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art. That's me. You think art, and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music, I do inspirational music, I do cultural music, I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like it needs some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly. Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica. There's that little stigma that has always been going on that, most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so crippled. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narrative that if a man is poor, he can't take care of and that is not good. It's not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. They just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Well, if a veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, Luchi and movie in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be the 16BARS M as in Mary.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's, so that's Empress, which is DIANNA, so that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16barsmm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time is the word all spelled out. 16barsmm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And keep the music locked. Yes, I bless.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Well, if a veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, Luchi and movie in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation.
Yes, Mama, ready. And you may a king cancer, no. You have my sister Paulina and a day after.
You may a king cancer, no. You better free. Abu's chapter.
Hey, babe! Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey! Madam!
Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsule. A drawing Tina, but what to send me? Me ready, I mention glasses. Obroni Bessie, see clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsules. A full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby at Tina Tet Herbal Shop. Hey, now wait. Tina Tet Hayan.
See clear.
Skip a judge. Blackpot. Coco show.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamon, where we speak truth to power. Yes, this is where we speak truth to power in the service of God and country. And remember that we normally don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. We are in the service of God and country. This is the man, Blakk Rasta. Now the next thing I want to look at is what I've entitled Patriotism, no more existent in Ghana. Sadly, this is fast becoming the truth. In the days of Kwame Nkrumah, there was a foreigner who came from the West, and he went to use the toilet. When the cleaner of the hotel went into the bathroom, he realized that there was a photo of Kwame Nkrumah on a newspaper that was used by this Westerner to wipe his backside. He was shocked that such a thing could happen. And out of patriotism, he reported this person to the police. You know what happened to the person? He was sent back in a deportation for lack of respect for the president of the nation. Today, we have newspapers with Nkrumah on it that are used to sell kelewele. We have newspapers of the national flag, and I don't want to tell you what people use those for, because you will puke. Where is the patriotism? We walk around throwing rubbish everywhere. If you love your nation and see it as your property, you would not litter. We steal electricity, we steal water. And above all, we don't speak the truth. We are only interested in propaganda. Now watch this. You know Professor Stephen ADDO, don't you? He's an educationist and is very vocal. That's him. Gray hair all over, making him even look sexier. What has he said about Paul Adomotri? Watch. Paul Adomotri has become more political than journalistic. And this is Professor Stephen ADDO. My brother, my sister, and when you listen to him, he couldn't be far from the truth. You see, I'm worried about Paul. I'm worried about him, and I don't know why, but I think I know why. This is a guy who has paid his dues. He's gone through some embarrassment in the past, but he's formidable. He keeps a certain standard, but all of a sudden the standards are crumbling before him just like a house of cards. Right now he has become the main government propaganda machinery, defending every rot that the government does. All of a sudden the pocket lawyer is so vocal about law. And what worries me is this. When this man falls out with Paul, is he still going to be defending these same things? Or it's all about the president? Many people who respected this guy, and many more who saw him as a man telling them nothing but patriotism, are beginning to change their minds. Togbe Afede recently, in fact, went back to back with him in a certain controversial tango. Now is Professor ADDO. I think that Paul needs to slow down. My brother, I know you watch the show. The last bit of respect that you have, don't soil it with somebody's propaganda. Do not soil it with what you have been given to eat. Or else, how much at all can you eat? I know that you've been doing this from when this man was not even president. But it's becoming worse. It's becoming terrible. Dash it away. Let's look at some other government watchdogs. Watchdog is not an insult. I hope you know that. A watchdog is somebody who is vigilant. But are they government watchdogs or government attack dogs? This is one of them. It's a she-government attack dog. Watch. Were you expecting Akufo-Addo to use his money to build National Cathedral? And this is this lady here. A government attack dog. They attack people who talk ill about the government. Just like Adomotri. My brother, my sister, listen to this trash, crap, crass. Nkrumah took money from his own pocket. At a time that this country was not even independent. At a time that he did not control the coffers of this nation. And built a whole school, Ghana National Academy. and put students who were rusticated by the colonial government in there. Why can't Nana Akufo-Addo build a cathedral with his own money? A cathedral that he personally promised God. Nkrumah never promised the students anything. And it was not his responsibility at the time to build that school. But he built it and named it Ghana before Ghana was even founded. Why can't Nana Akufo-Addo use his money? Did we promise God with him? Attack dogs are always out there, and it's so sad. Gabi Oshidaku has been saying that these attack dogs are not doing enough. You cannot call these people party communicators or government communicators. No, they are government attack dogs unleashed on the people at the least provocation. My dear sister, politics is not about lies and foolishness. Let's come to a foundation of truth. That's how you get respect. Lies will never triumph over the truth. Dash this one away and let's look at another party attack dog. And I will make my point and go away. My brother, my sister, more party attack dogs are here. And some of the things they see, because Gabi Oshidaku criticized that they were not doing enough work. My brother, my sister, now they are desperately talking. Another party attack dog has said some other things. And when you listen to some of these things that they are talking about, you are going to puke. You would wonder and say, what is happening about this cathedral? We have seen a lot of people talk. They say this and they say that, and you sit back and wonder, what really are they talking about? Hey, we have seen propaganda. A country that thrives on propaganda. Patriotism is totally swallowed. All these people talking, all allegiance to only one man, and that's Nana Akufo-Addo, because he feeds them. They have no allegiance to the nation. Some of these people, if you put Ghana here and put Nana Akufo-Addo and his party here, they will go for Nana Akufo-Addo and the party. They have nothing, no allegiance to the country. People like this, can we trust them? Is party communication all about running around and making noise that are nothing but lies? In fact, the least we expected of this government was lying, because it is the oldest president we have ever had in the history of this country. Far older than Kwame Nkrumah, older than Atta Mills, older than Rawlings, in fact, older than Mahama. We expected nothing, at least, but the truth. But this is the factory of lies. One district, one lie factory. One district, 1 million lies. One constituency, 1 trillion lies. Please, we beg you in the name of your cathedral. If you don't have the truth to tell us, spare our ears with noise. Dash it away. Let me deal with the last thing and I'm out. Sadly, we are going to end on a really sad note. And I'm beginning to tear up already. If you watch my eyes well, you realize that tears are beginning to come out. Prison officer swims home in Ghana flats. There were flats in Tamale. Hey, desert, we had flats there. I never expected that places like the north, we would ever have flats. Those of you who don't know Ghana, the northern part is called Savannah. Those of you who have studied some geography, Savannah is a place that has sparse vegetation. You see one tree here, you walk 1 trillion miles before you see another tree. And when it rains, the ground swallows the water as if this was the desert. But we had floods in Tamale. And for the first time, we have had floods in Cape Coast. Floods in Boku. Floods in places that never ever experienced floods. And the answer is that, it's a disaster, so it can happen anywhere. Oh, yes, I understand. It's almost like telling me that there's a volcanic eruption on the desert. Volcanoes are associated with high-rise, lofty mountains, right? So when you see a volcanic eruption on a plain desert, then you know that there's witchcraft there. The floods we are having in Ghana are not ordinary floods. They are political witchcraft floods. God is angry that a demonic cathedral is being built for him. Can you see that floods have all of a sudden started hitting parts of Ghana that they shouldn't have hit? Corpses are getting rotten in hospitals all over the place. Are we safe? How did I digress? A prison officer by name, Senior Chief Officer Albert Lutherot. Albert Lutherot. They say the pronunciation is Lutherot. I'm not used to pronouncing names like that. I know Mansa, I know Jigbodi, I know Mumuni. I don't know Lutherot. Albert Lutherot was a prison officer. Chief officer, senior chief officer at the Ankafu prison house. That was where Shatawale went for his prison graduate certificate a few weeks ago. He was there. He was there. If this flood had happened at the time Shatawale was there, maybe, flood happened in the prison house and things were being carried left, right, and center. Senior Chief Officer Albert Lutherot decided to pick some things, salvage some items from the flood waters with some other officers. All of a sudden, the current became so strong and swept him away. It sounds like an Anansi story, right? Swept him away. Hey, Wanjimo, Mriko. Hey, Erase, Mriko. Erase, Mruo, Erase. Oko. The other officers tried, but no, he was gone. A day or two later, when the flood water started subsiding, he came floating. And the whole Ankafu, AJ, Brother Alberto, and the family came around. Oh, Alberto, oh. Why? A prison officer is not a fish. A prison officer is not a naval officer. Why should he find himself swimming? I'm speaking in parables. If this had happened at the Navy or any of the outfits of the Navy, they would have shown their swimming prowess. Butterfly stroke, backstroke, leg in the air, whatever terms they have. But these are prison officers dying. That prison officer demonstrated loyalty for his country. He could have just gone to hide under the roof. After all, Aben Juma, once wow, ocho. But no, he went out doing it. That's just like the fire officer who also went to save some people in a well in Swedro there. And then the rope that they were using to pull him out broke. He landed and died. Our gallant countrymen are showing gallantry. They are showing love, whilst our leaders are playing to the gallery. One is showing gallantry. The others are playing to the gallery. Hey, Uncle Albert. Uncle Albert, Oh yeah oh. Asama indue ampo. Anka mekwa kweja oh. Alberto. Oh yeah oh. Asama indue ampo. Anka mekwa kweja oh. Rest in peace, my very good brother. When we meet again, we will talk about how Ghana got to where it is now. When we meet again, we will find out exactly what happened after you left. Until then, they still want to build that cathedral. If you are able to meet God, quickly tell him to set fire, earthquake, under that cathedral. Let worms and locusts eat the foundation. And if the president goes there, let there be an earthquake under his feet. Let him run away with his pot belly. And that cathedral will never be built. My name, Blakk Rasta, has been the Black Port. And I want to say thank you so much for listening. Remember, we don't do politics. What we do is patriotism. Wayo!